Hello YouTubers. I gotta get a log cutter. You guys are gonna abandon me. Hope you don't abandon me. Anyhow, this is a log that is at this end. I'm gonna take you off the stand. At this end is 27 inches wide this way, 28 inches this wide. A lot of hanging down stuff, pig's ears, male log, whatever you want to call it, doesn't make any difference. The bark's already off of it, so it was a right good sized tree when it's there. Now remember, my magic number is 21.5 basically. So if you measure from down here up, that's where my blade's coming through. So at the other end, which is up higher, my blade's sunk, I don't know how many inches. We're gonna go down there. But now I'm also got the taper on because it's a tapered log. If you see how it's got knots, all sorts of knots hanging out of it down there, it's going to be an awkward thing to cut. It's kind of like the one Mark had, but I'm spaced out here about 2 3/4 inches. So if I measure out to here, it's around 27 inches, because remember, you got to go in further. So basically, I'll try to show you what I'm doing so you understand how I come about sawing what I'm sawing. If I can get it over here, and then we'll have to go to the other end. Yeah, you can see it. Because the taper attachment pushed the log out, you still have to measure from the L. So we're going to push this out about 3 inches, basically. And my depth set up there right now is at 29 inches. So I should be just nicking it here. But I'm below the blade height, so I'm going to take it at 28 inches here. I'm going to cut my first cut at 28 inches. And I think I'm going to maybe get rid of some of that slop down there. Now we'll go to the other end. You got to kind of figure out where you're, I'll take you off the tripod. You kind of figure out where you're at when you're sawing one of these, because you're not going to get through it on the whole cut. That's why you have a top saw. Mark mentioned a top saw. I have a top saw going on the other mill. I was working on the other mill for quite a few hours today and making a little forward progress. Anyhow, you can see this is all the way against it here. You can see how this knot protrudes. It's this is that mystery log. But this comes across at 31 inches, so my first cut here, I'm shooting for 28, and I might have a little bit of stuff that I got to pull off. I didn't bring a chainsaw, so who knows what. And then you just turn it a hair and turn it a hair. Mark says you facet it, which is a real good explanation, like a diamond. I got a rough diamond right now, and I got to make it into a good diamond. I thought that was a good way of doing it. If you get a chance, Mark just posted his last video on one of these that was kind of gnarly like this. You get a lot of wood out of them, so they're kind of challenging to cut. Like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I'm going to put this right here. I got to go start the engine up, get my goofy hat on, get my eyeballs on, and then we'll be back in a minute. I'm hoping I'll get more than one cut out of it before the rain comes in. But there is rain right around the corner. Put your ears on. We're going to be doing something here. At 28 inches, so I should be cutting somewhere right around in here. Something. Like I said, this isn't going to be a 15-minute log saw like Mark's. I got to turn this around. It's getting a little too crooked. There we go. Let's see what we can get here. 29 mark. So I might go ahead and I think I'll take another, I'm sitting there right on 29. You just got to measure the best you can. So I think I'm going to take just a little bit more because I don't like pieces falling off. I like to take heavy slabs, but I got to be careful that it'll come off. So I'm going to take another 1/2 inch. I'm at 28 there. We'll take that. See what we can come up with. Over the blade though. I don't saw in the rain. That piece there couldn't come out. But all right, I'm making a movie, gotta go. Bye-bye. These pieces here are hard, and it wouldn't come out. There's a point where you just don't reach your hand in there. You guys see me reach my hand in there all the time, but you know, after working it, you know the ones that are kind of safe and not safe. Well, on this log now, I have reached all I can get into. In other words, if I take another slice, it's going to be up here and this piece isn't going to come off. This is my max right here, which should be about where this is here. So, yep, see, if you look at this line right here, that's just about my max. So that's where I'm at. So now I have to roll the log and usually get, look at the jets, warthogs. I don't know if you can get that or not. There's two of them up there. Kind of neat. Anyhow, so now I got to roll it. So I'll show you what I got to do to roll it. I should have rolled it back over the stand, so I'm gonna have to start it up and pull it back. Well, maybe I won't. I'll just try it here. Normally I'd roll it back to where if that thing rolls off, it comes onto the stand. But I also have these special little doohickeys I made that go into the down here, so it should keep it from rolling back. Mind you, I don't have a master dog on this thing, not that it matters for this part. Here's another one, this short one probably got sawed off, I don't know. But that'll keep it. Now if I can roll it back a little bit, I don't know where you're at in the movie. I sure wish I had a cameraman for one of these. Alright, we'll try to just roll. It's all we got to do is just roll it back a little bit. Now I kept the dogs in. See that? That's pretty good. All right, the dogs are starting to release now. Somebody released the dogs. So, see the log roll? That's probably about all I want. So I think I'll take it there. Now that throws everything off. All these figures, everything else now are just gone in the wind. So now you're just kind of winging it. Let's see what happens. Okay, it's still... That came off the thing. Man, this thing's got so many oddball pieces in it. I can't reach the sword or the taper. All right. That's pretty good. Now I should be able to bring it up. It ain't easy as marks, let me tell you. I think I'm not against the dog here. I think I'll try to see if I can't roll a little bit more. Get a cant hook. I think that's pretty good. Because once I start pulling that head block in, it's going to come in a little bit. See? Now I'm against the L's or the tapers. Now we'll dog it down in. Best you can dog it. Then I got to take those little blocks out. Well, it was raining for a minute and it stopped. So I don't know about this one. This is kind of normally you can hear the thunder. Well, we'll see how steady it is now. Woo! We're already at 13 minutes. See where it wants to come in and rest at now. That's a pretty good spot. All right, we'll start it up and take another slice as long as it's not raining. This log is 93 inches long. Now, I'll probably just go into it and cut. There's the 93 inches. I'll probably just go into it because I'm still got my taper here, so I still have my 2 3/4. So if I take my tape and add 2 3/4 to it, so if I'm sitting there at 2 3/4, I can still take 28 inches here. So I'm going to take 28 inches there. See what we come up with. I'm going to go up and tap the log to see if I'm happy with where it's going to cut. You saw what happened when you have little slabs that get jammed in there. If you figure that's where my cut is, and if you look at my laser line down there, I ought to get two slices out of this one. Usually when you do this, you get one slice on the first one, 2 slices, then 3 slices, then you're almost about home free. So we'll go ahead and saw this out. Slice off of that. That's pretty neat looking wood. I don't know what it is though, but I gotta get this piece off. I'm gonna pull a 1 inch off this. I'll take it back while I'm still running. It's about there, in case it comes down. Alright, I gotta do the same thing I did to it again. Alright, now we're sitting. Woo! Gotta roll back, get my 2 little blocks, because they're just kind of my safety blocks. Put one there. I'm gonna pull this out here. Makes it harder to climb around, but it's a little safer. That wood is not bad looking wood. Man, if you guys could hear the thunder, it's out there. All right, we're gonna try to get you back further so you can see. I'm gonna try to turn it some more. See, I got my saw cut now. Saw cut's right here, but another one would have buried the blade, so I couldn't saw that. So we'll roll it back, and it's rolling kind of funny. I don't have one of my blocks. Here it is. It's wanting to go back on me now, so I don't want it to do that. It wants to just fold over now. Look at that. That's where the 2 pieces were together. Now I gotta figure out where we're at here. It's sitting on it's kind of a precarious log, so to speak. It's got a knot in the center that I got to deal with. I'll show you what I'm. This is about as nasty as log as you're going to get. See what I'm dealing with now? I'm not even up to the taper attachment, but the center one, I got that knot sticking out, and then the logs keep from rolling from that top one on. So I'll let you stick around for a while, and we'll get her cut. I mean, I'm not worried about that. It takes a lot more time when you don't have that log turner working. So I haven't really decided my method. It ain't gonna roll, it's not gonna roll forward. What I'm gonna do is pull this taper out. I knew it was gonna do that, but I'm all right with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that right now. That looks pretty good. You kind of gotta take what you can get. Gotta, as you can see, we're way above there. I don't know if you're seeing that or not. I don't like the way when I push that down, the log rolls out. That's when you need that master dog. That log is not staying stable enough. You can't cut it if it's going to roll on you when you're in the cut, because it'll just tear at your blade. So I just got to do some work on it. I'll probably just have to. I'm going to undo you guys because this is going to take some time now. I got to roll down on this flat, and I got to do that physically. We're at 21. I got to get to where it's stable anyway. Right now, if I roll down on that flat, I'm still not above my cut point. If I could get it to stabilize here, I would take a couple cuts. I don't know if I can get those in there to stabilize. Usually when you pull it out, there, it's stabilizing. But you gotta be careful of those blocks when you start cutting, because you'll cut them. Not that matters, but then they shoot like rockets. So we don't even have any dogs in it right now. Let me see if I can dog that thing. Yeah, it didn't want to roll. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple cuts off of it. It seems pretty stable. I just gotta watch where those blocks come in. They'll shoot like rockets. Whew. Right now we're sitting with the taper on there. We're sitting at 30 inches, but I'm gonna go to 27, see what it comes out at 27. Now that's getting a little close there. I'll take that one out. I have shorter ones, but I don't know where they've gotten to. I'm gonna take that, just see how it feels. It feels pretty solid. So where are we at time-wise? It's getting long. Whew. I'm gonna try to take a cut and go easy on it. out, because on the next slice, it will slice into that, see that chalk? I'm going to take that out of there. This at 2 movies, which I knew I was anyway. I can't get the camera out. I only got a minute. This thing automatically shuts off on 30. But right now what I'm sitting at is I'm sitting at a 22-inch piece. So I could just about get through it. So if I cut one more, but it's gonna hang me up down here, I think, on the way out. So I'm gonna slice it and then get back with you guys. But look at the wood. I don't know, I need Nathan. Where's water, Nathan? Anyhow, if you like us, hit the like button and subscribe. Over and out for now.